There seems to be a different Ramayana that is followed in Sri Lanka. According to that, it was Lord Rama who made a big mistake of leaving his wife unattended in the forest during their exile. See, this is a matter of perception. In Sri Lanka, they narrate a totally different story as to why Ravana, though being a king, abducted Sita. Ravana's sister Shurpanaga was attracted to Lord Rama and fell in love with him. When she approached him, he insulted her by refusing her proposal. And not just that, Lakshmana, the younger brother of Rama, also cut her nose to discourage her from making further advances. Now, would a king forgive someone who has cut his sister's nose? No king or human being for that matter would forgive another person who harasses and harms their own sister. Would any person tolerate this? No, because tolerating such a thing would be a crime in itself. So Ravana abducted Sita in order to avenge his sister's honor. But it is also said that Ravana kept Sita very respectfully. Also, if Ravana was such an evil person, then he would not have agreed to be the priest for the puja that Lord Rama did in Rameshwaram. Do you all know the story? Lord Rama wanted to be victorious in the battle against Ravana, and for that he wanted to establish a Shivalinga and worship it. Now, to do this, a priest was needed, but in those days there were no priests found in Rameshwaram. So, Lord Rama was in dire need of a good priest to perform the rituals. Ravana was a staunch devotee of Lord Shiva and was also a Brahmin by birth. So, Ravana's brother Vibhishana, who was on the side of Lord Rama, told Lord Rama that Ravana was well versed in the rituals. So, Lord Rama sent an invitation to Ravana to come and preside as the priest for the puja at Rameshwaram. Ravana accepted the invitation and came, but then he told Lord Rama that the puja would be incomplete without his wife being present. No puja or yajna can be performed without the wife's presence. So he told Lord Rama, since you are a married man, both you and your wife have to sit together for the puja. Otherwise you cannot perform the puja. Then Lord Rama said to him, it is the duty of the priest to provide an alternative for anything that is missing. Since my wife is not with me, please tell me what the alternative for the problem is. Can we keep a doll in her place as a substitute? Then Ravana said, I do not believe in alternative. I would want everything to be present for the worship of Lord Shiva. So I will call your wife here for the puja. After the puja, please send her back to Lanka. So Ravana brings Sita for the puja. After the puja, when Lord Rama and Sita bow down to touch the feet of the priest, that is Ravana, to take his blessings, then Ravana blesses Lord Rama by saying Vijayi Bhava, that is, may victory be yours, and he had no choice but to do so. When someone touches the feet of a priest, he is left with no choice but to bless that person. So Ravana had to give that blessing to Lord Rama, for which he had organized the puja. He also blessed Sita by saying Sumangali Bhava. Such was Ravana's magnanimity. After blessing both of them, Ravana took Sita back to Lanka with him. This is a very exciting story. We always perceive Ravana as a villain, but even Ravana had many good qualities in him. That is why when Ravana was counting his last breath and was at his deathbed on the battlefield, Lord Rama told Lakshmana to go and touch the feet of Ravana and receive knowledge from him as he lay dying on the battlefield. Lord Rama said, if I go to him, then he will leave his body and his soul will merge into me. So before that happens, go and learn all that you can learn from him. Do you know there is a Gita by the name Ravana? It is called Ravana Gita. One of the 5 Gitas that are present, it is one of them. Just like you have heard the Srimad Bhagavata Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, Uddhava Gita and Guru Gita, there is another Gita called Ravana Gita, that is the song of Ravana. In it, Ravana teaches many sermons to Lakshmana. After Ravana completes his teachings, Lakshmana gives a signal to Lord Rama to come to Ravana. When Lord Rama comes to Ravana, his soul leaves his body as a bright light and merges with Lord Rama. Both Ravana and Lord Rama are Vasudeva, that is, manifestations of one divinity.